Hey everybody, and welcome to the Wolfe Pit. Hey, tonight I'm going to make a cottage pie. There's, somewhat confusion with this with people between a cottage pie and a shepherd's pie, and they're basically the same thing. It's just different type of meat. Shepherd's pie is usually used with lamb, and a cottage pie is used with ground beef. So we're making a cottage pie, but they're basically the same thing. So here we go. I got about a little over a pound of ground chuck right here, and I'm not going to add any oil to the pan. It doesn't need it. This will release enough grease for that. So I'm going to dump that in there. We're going to let this brown up for a few minutes, just until it's mostly cooked, and we're going to add in the rest of the ingredients next. All right, now that the meat's almost all the way browned up, I'm going to go ahead and add in, I don't know, a little over a cup of carrots. I don't know if you can see everything here. About 2 tablespoons of garlic, yellow onion. There's like 2 pinches of salt over there. It's gotten wet from the carrots. And about a tablespoon of black pepper and about a tablespoon of thyme. All right, now that we added all the vegetables in there, we're going to go ahead and give this a mix and let everything cook down. All right, now the onions are translucent and tender, and the carrots are tender as well. I'm going to add in about a cup of beef broth, 1 14.5 ounce can of diced tomatoes. You should use a little bit of tomato paste if you have it. I don't have any, so I'm just going to let this reduce down, keep it as is. So at some point you're also supposed to add a little bit of water, but I'm not going to add water. So the difference in using tomatoes and then tomato paste and and not adding the water should make up for the difference, because you basically want to reduce this down almost to a stew consistency. I would say. I'm gonna do maybe about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. So all right, we're gonna mix this up, and we're gonna let this cook down and let everything reduce. Okay, our ground beef and tomatoes, carrots, and onion, thyme, salt and pepper and garlic mixture is reducing nicely. It's been reducing for about 15 minutes, and we still got maybe another 5 more minutes of reducing to go. All right, 25 minutes later, and our shepherd's pie base has reached consistency where all the liquid is gone. Okay, now I've microwaved 3 just regular russet potatoes. This is my new way of making mashed potatoes. It's the lazy man's way, and so it works for me. Give it a try if you want to. I went ahead, I microwaved them for about 11 minutes and left them in the microwave sitting for about 10, and that helps the skin come off. So what we're going to do now is just add a little bit of salt and pepper to these before we mash them. Alright, so our potatoes have cooled down. As you can tell, they're all mashed up and everything. So right now they're a little dry, and that's the way we want them right now. So what I'm going to do next is add in 2 egg yolks. Add this in there, and that's why I wanted it to cool down a little bit before I added those. Add in about a half a cup of the cheap Parmesan cheese. I don't have any of the good stuff right now, so this is what we're working with. So about a half a cup or more. And this is what's going to give the potato mixture the nice crust on it. Let me see, look, maybe another shake or 2. All right, so I'm going to mix this up. All right, there we got our potato, Parmesan cheese, egg yolk, salt and pepper combination ready. All right, now here we have our cooled meat mixture, and the reason I cooled it is, like I said, I'm going to cook it later on this evening. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting in our potatoes, and I'm just going to put a big old glop right there in the middle. All right, now just take a fork and go across it one direction. And then you go across it the other way. Just not so close this time. Leave a little bit of distance. Alright, the cottage pie is done, and so I'm going to go ahead and attempt to slice this up. cut a wedge out of here. Alright, let's see how this turns out. Alright, there we go with the cottage pie. And let's see what the crust tastes like. There we go. Listen. Nice crisp crust. And let's get some meat in here. Let's give it this little try. That's pretty darn good right there. Well, thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you next time.